Welcome. Hi there. Welcome to Thursday, week number 4. On Thursday, my wife sent me some encouraging information today. She was looking. She has a chart since she's in the medical field. She gets updated, and today, for the first time in a long time, the number of new COVID patients is below 50, and that number has been falling for the past 8 days in a row now. So that's all good news. That doesn't mean we should let down our guard. We should still stay vigilant, but that's always good news. So today is, what was it, Sophia? It seemed very appropriate. It was National, it was a National High Five Day, so. But more importantly, it was National Go to Work in Your Pajamas Day. So I hope some of you are able to practice Tai Chi in your pajamas. If that's what you want to do, I hope you have a chance to do that, okay? All right. Today we're doing Tai Chi for everybody for this hour. We're taking a 15-minute break. We're coming back, and then we're going to be doing some forms, some Tai Chi for arthritis. We'll do some QiGong, easy for me to say, QiGong 5-element breathing. So we'll be doing that for you today. We've been working on Dr. Lam's 6 principles. We're taking care of principle 1 through 4 this week. So we worked on going slow on Monday. On Tuesday, we worked on feeling resistance. On yesterday, we worked on keeping our posture straight. And today, we're working on weight transference, okay? Now, remember, please send me your pictures of you doing Tai Chi. I'd like to see pictures of everyone doing Tai Chi. I started a gallery, and go check out the gallery. Some really cool pictures in that gallery. And Ginny, her picture is up now, so yay. Okay, so let's start out. Traditional Chinese bow. Right hand, we make it into a fist, standing for power. Left hand, fingers together, friendship. Tucking the thumb, remaining humble. And the fist goes into the palm, and we say welcome, or ni hao. All right, weight transference. So this is one of the really cool things about Tai Chi. It teaches us how to do things a little differently. And this weight transference, I need to slow down today. I need to take Monday's lesson into account and slow down. All right, so big deep breath. Weight transference, really important aspect of Tai Chi. You see it a lot on the bow stance where you step out empty and then you shift your weight. Most Americans, when you watch the way they move, their weight transference and step happen at the same time. So, for instance, when they step out, they shift the weight and step at the same time. So notice my weight is on the front foot as I step out. Tai Chi teaches us to step out empty and then shift the weight forward. And that way, if while we're shifting the weight, if something doesn't feel right, we can shift the weight back, all right? And this is also important when moving backwards, that we step out empty, set our foot, and then shift the weight backwards, okay? And this becomes a very healthy way to move around. One of my Parkinson's friends used to go and get his paper in the morning, and he fell fairly frequently from my understanding, or he would occasionally fall. He had a steep driveway. Luckily, he never hurt himself. But after he learned that whole stepping out empty and then shifting the weight, after he learned to do that, he quit falling. And that's an important thing, okay? So, how do we think about weight transference? What's a really good way? Well, one of the things is with all the different Tai Chi forms, we want to be constantly doing that empty step and then putting weight on it. So I step out empty and then I shift my weight onto it, all right? Once again, we got a kind of a flare coming through the glass, so I'm going to keep repositioning. We step out empty and then we shift our weight, all right? And so we want to make this as constant. If you look at the Tai Chi for arthritis form, especially that second half, We step out empty as we brush knee, and then we shift our weight onto it. And then we step out empty backwards, and we shift our weight onto that foot. And then parry and punch, we step out empty, shift the weight. Step out empty, shift the weight. Over and over again, we do that, okay? So, what's a great way to think about your weight shifting? I like to use the metaphor of sand, okay? So, think of that hourglass that we use in games and that type of thing. So, if I'm standing here and my weight is evenly divided in each foot, let's say I have 10 pounds of sand in this foot and 10 pounds of sand in this foot, all right? As I'm doing something like waving hands like clouds, I imagine the 10 pounds of sand from this foot comes up, and the narrow part, which doesn't hold true, but the narrow part of the hourglass is our pelvis. So the sand comes up and flows through the pelvis. Now I have 20 pounds of sand in this foot, so I can step out empty. And now the 20 pounds of sand shifts from this foot and moves to this foot. And then we step in empty, and the 20 pounds of sand move from this foot up through the pelvis and down into this foot as we step out empty. All right? I really like that metaphor of the sand, because the sand, as we know, as it goes through the hourglass, like days of our lives, as it moves through that hourglass, it goes very slow, okay? And so it melds in with the other principles that we've been talking about. So as we go through today, now the breathing exercises that we do, and the I'm sorry, I got distracted. The breathing exercises that we do, the first 6 warm-up exercises don't involve any weight shifting. But then we go into the second half, and that's where we get into the weight shifting, okay? So today we're concentrating on that weight shifting. So think about that sand moving from one foot to the other foot, and it's a slow transference of the weight, okay? All right. Let's go ahead. Let's get started. Let's do some deep breathing to get us going. Wuji position, knees bent, tailbone dropped, head is lifted by the silk thread. As we go through these breathing exercises, make sure that your weight is evenly distributed between both feet. You don't want to be weight shifting as we're doing the breathing exercises, so keep that weight distribution evenly distributed. Yes, Sophia. Oh, well, you're welcome. For whoever said it's Darlene. Thank you, Darlene. I appreciate that. I'm glad that metaphor worked well for you. It serves me well when I'm trying to think of weight transference. That metaphor serves me quite well. So, all right, let's begin. Long, slow, deep breathing. Breathing from the belly. Inhale. And exhale. Big, deep belly breath in, and breathe out. One more time, inhale, and exhale. Push the hands out in front of us next, inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Big, deep belly breath in, breathing out, pushing out. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Arms over the head next. Inhale. Be kind to your shoulders. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Big, deep belly breath in. Breathe out, push up. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Arms to the side next. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Big deep belly breath in. Breathe out, push out. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Arms in the diagonals. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. One more time. Inhale, hands back up in front of the heart. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, hands back up in front of the heart. Exhale, relax the hands down. Flap the arms like bird wings again. Be kind to your shoulders. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Thank you. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. And lastly, gathering chi, my favorite. Inhale and exhale. Big, deep belly breath in. Long, slow, deep breath out. And one more time. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. That's our breathing exercises. All right. Hope everybody's doing good. Everyone good? Yay. High five. It's National High Five Day, remember. Although I like National Stay in Your Pajamas Day. I like that one even better. Okay. One other way to look at weight shifting, and you'll see this mentioned in a lot of the older Chinese text, or even some of the ancient Chinese text. They talk about substantial and insubstantial. So I'm going to stick in the mirroring mode here for a little bit. As I weight shift to the right, my right foot becomes substantial and left foot is insubstantial. And then as I shift the weight to the left, now my left foot becomes substantial and the right foot becomes insubstantial. And so as you're moving from one side to the other, you're moving from substantial to insubstantial on both sides. And so that kind of sets up a flow, okay? Where substantial would be yang energy, insubstantial would be yin energy. And so what you have is this this yin-yang symbol here that's on my water bottle. You have that yin-yang symbol. Instead of standing stationary in the Wuji position, it starts to move from substantial to insubstantial. So it starts turning, all right? That's the yin and yang energy flowing with one another, okay? So again, just another way to look at it, substantial and insubstantial, okay? All right. Let's do this. Let's do our warm-up exercises. We're going to start with the neck and move down from there. All right. Bring the hands up in front of us. Hands to the chest, tucking in the chin while looking straight ahead. Rotate the palms out. The chin gently floats up. Exhale, sink the chin to the chest. Again, we bring the hands up in front of us. Hands to the chest, tucking in the chin. Feel that nice stretch. Rotate the palms out. The chin gently floats up. And sink the chin to the chest. Again, one more time. We bring the hands up in front of us. Hands to the chest, tucking in the chin. Feel that nice stretch. Rotate the palms out. The chin gently floats up. Exhale, sink the chin to the chest. Looking side to side, inhale to prayer hands. Tai Chi ball, left hand on top, right hand, right shoulder. Looking right, gently pushing down on the left. Inhale, come back to center. Come back to prayer hands. Tai Chi ball, right hand is on top, left hand, left shoulder, looking left, pushing down right. Inhale, come back to center. Prayer hands. Tai Chi ball, left hand on top. Right hand, right shoulder looking right, pushing down left. Inhale, come back to center. Prayer hands. Tai Chi ball, right hand on top. Left hand, left shoulder, gently pushing down on the right. Inhale, back to center. One more time because we're having so much fun. Tai Chi ball, left hand on top. Right hand, right shoulder, looking right, pushing down left. So if you gave out a woo-hoo, inhale, back to center. Tai Chi ball, right hand on top, left hand, left shoulder, looking left, pushing down on the right. And then inhale, come back to center. Back to prayer hands, exhale, relax the hands down. Beautiful. Forward shoulder circle, shoulders back, up, forward, and down. Shoulders back, up, forward, and down. One more time. Back, up, forward, and down. Now reverse that. Shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Forward, up, back, and down. One more time. Forward, up, back, and down. Awesome. Gathering chi, reaching for infinity. Inhale, gently reaching out, reaching up. Exhale, relax the hands down. Don't overextend on this one. This is nice and gentle. Gently reaching out, reaching up. Feel that nice stretch. And exhale, relax the hands down. Beautiful. One more time. Gently reaching out, reaching up. Exhale, relax the hands down. Beautiful. Touching heaven and earth. Inhale to prayer hands. Exhale, left hand up, right hand down. Float the head gently to the ceiling. Inhale, back to center. Right hand up, left hand down. Again, gently float the head to the ceiling. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, left up, right down. Feel that nice stretch. Inhale, back to center. Right hand up, left hand down. Nice, gentle stretch. Inhale, come back to center. One more time. Left hand up, right hand down. Feel that beautiful stretch. Inhale, back to center. Right up, left down again. Feel that beautiful stretch. And then inhale, come back to center to prayer hands. Exhale, relax the hands down. Carrying the ball side to side. I'm not moving my hips. I'm just turning the upper body. I shouldn't feel any weight shifting on my feet. Prayer hand position. Tai Chi ball, left hand is on top. Exhale to the left. Inhale the ball over, right hand is on top. Exhale, gently sweep and turn right. Feel that stretch in the lower spine. Inhale the ball over. Exhale to the left. Inhale the ball over. Exhale to the right. Inhale the ball over. Exhale left. Inhale the ball over. Exhale to the right. And then inhale the ball over. Come back to center. Exhale. Relax the hands down. Beautiful. Shake those legs loose. Get a drink of water if you need to. Now, let's get into the weight transference. Again, think of sand shifting from one foot to the other. We want to be mindful of our weight transference, okay? All right, so we're going to do a side-to-side hip exercise. Note of safety, make sure you have a chair next to you, okay? I can't watch you, so it's up to you to stay safe. So make sure that you have a chair next to you. If you need a second chair to the other side, please do that. Remember, we're turning the chair sideways so the back is towards us and parallel to us. So it kind of gives us like a rail to hold on to, all right? We don't want to keep the chair so it's facing forward. That way we only have, then there's only one spot for us to hold on to. If we turn it sideways, it gives us that whole rail, okay? All right. And of course, if you're tired, please sit down, all right? All right. Weight transference. Prayer hand position. The weight is 50-50. I'm going to slowly feel like the sand is shifting from my left foot to my right foot. All the sand is now on my right foot, which allows my left foot to tap or float. Then I set down the left foot and I feel the sand shift from the right to the left. All the sand goes into the left foot, which allows my right foot to tap or float. I set the right foot down. I feel the sand shift to the right foot. All the sand's in the right foot. I tap or float left. I set the left foot down, and then I feel the sand shifting. It's coming up through my pelvis, shifting to the left. All the sand's left, so I can tap or float the right foot. I set the right foot down one more time. I weight shift to the right. I feel the sand shifting into that right foot, tapping or floating the left foot when all the sand's right. I set the left foot down, and now I feel the sand shifting up through my pelvis over into the left foot. All the weight's now in the left, and I tap or float the right foot. And then I set the right foot down. The weight shifts back until it's 50-50, and I relax the hands down. All right? Excellent. Forward and backward hip exercise. The weight shifts from the left to the right. All the weight's on the right, so I can tap my heel in front of me. The weight stays on the right, so I can move my left foot behind me. The weight is staying right, so that allows my left foot to move, touching heel and then toe. The weight stays right. I can do it one more time, touching heel and then toe. I bring the left foot back to center. Now the weight shifts from the right to the left. Now all the weight is on my left, and that allows me to touch my right heel in front of me, empty, and touch the right toe behind me, empty. Touch heel in front, empty. Touch toe behind me, empty. And one more time. All the weight stays left, allowing my right foot to move forward and backwards. The right foot comes back to center. The weight goes back to 50-50, and I relax the hands down. Beautiful. Heel kick is next. All right? Same principle. Hold on to your chair. Stay safe. Start out, weight 50-50. The weight shifts to my right foot. Left foot is now empty. So I can pick that left foot up. I can kick it out. I can pick it back up, float it down to the ground empty, and then the weight flows, the sand flows from right to left. All the weight's left, so I can pick up the right foot and then kick right foot out. I can pick the right foot back up, and then I set the right foot down. Now the sand shifts over to the right. Weight stays right as I pick up the left. Then I heel kick left. Then I pick the left foot back up. I float the foot to the ground with no weight on the left. Now the sand flows right to left. All the sand's in the left, which allows me to pick up my right foot and kick right and pick up my right foot, set the right foot down, empty, then the sand flows from left to right. 100 more times. I think we've got this. Pick up that left leg, all the weight's right, heel kick left, pick up that left leg. Hey, I could go ahead and kick again on the left. Pick up that left leg, float the foot to the ground. Yes, that was 2 kicks. Doing something new on you. Weight shifts from the right to the left, all the weight's left. Pick up the right leg, and then heel kick right. Punch out left. Bring that right foot back. Hey, let's go ahead and kick twice on the right. Come back, set the right foot down, and weight goes back to 50-50. Beautiful. Once you have all your weight onto one leg, you can do whatever you want with the other leg because you have that stability. Okay? All right. Now, the fun one. This is the bow stance. This is where now the weight gets dynamic. It's changing back and forth, one foot to the other. Excuse me. So I step out empty, insubstantial on the front. All the weight, all the sand is back. I'm going to keep mirroring so I don't hurt my brain too bad. All the weight's on the left, so I'm stepping out empty with the right foot. Then the weight is going to shift onto the right. I'm not shifting all the weight to the right. I'm shifting about 70% of the weight to the right. And then the weight shifts back. All the weight goes back into the back foot, left foot. I pick up the right foot and come back to center. All right? Dogs always want to get in the shot, don't they? Something about dogs. They always want to be in the picture. Okay, so in this, I often talk about the bow stance being the gateway to doing Tai Chi, and it's because of this empty stance, it's because of this weight transference that I say that, okay? There are 4 distinct weight shifts here, all right? I start by weight shifting to the right. That's number 1. I step out empty. That's not a weight shift. Then I go into the bow stance. That's the 2nd weight shift. 3rd weight shift, I bring all the weight to the back leg. I pick the foot up, I set it down, and then I weight shift back to 50-50. So there's 4 distinct weight shifts. Don't try and blend those together. Make sure they stay distinct, all right? The setting down of the foot and shifting weight onto it are 2 separate events, okay? One other thing to take note of here. We've talked a lot about the empty step forward, but I also want to make sure that you're aware, as the weight shifts back, make sure all the weight is on the back foot before you pick that front foot up and come back to center. Sometimes I will see people as they shift the weight back, my weight's about 50-50, and they immediately start picking up this foot, even though I don't have all the weight on the back foot. And if you were watching really closely there, you could see my body had to adjust because I still had weight on the front foot, and if I lift that foot up, my body has to adjust quite rapidly. Or if instead I shift all the weight back, now my upper body doesn't have to adjust. My body doesn't have to go into an adjustment because I have all of the weight back, all right? And that gives you that smoothness that you're looking for in Tai Chi. When you do complete weight shifts, your body isn't having to readjust, all right? Does that make sense? We're looking at it from this way. Weights left. As I shift the weight to the right, if, like right now, I'm about 50-50. So if I pick up my left leg, my upper body, I have to adjust it and to kind of understand where my body is. But instead, if I shift all the weight to the right hand side, then I can pick up that left leg, all right? So if you're finding yourself having to adjust, you're probably not doing a complete weight shift, all right? You're probably leaving a small percentage of weight on that other foot, and that's causing your upper body to have to readjust, okay? I hope that makes sense to everybody. If that doesn't make sense, just you can type it into Sophia, and we will redo it, all right? Okay, so bow stance. Weight is 50-50. Then the weight shifts from left to right. All the weight's right, allowing me to step out empty with the left foot. The weight flows to the left foot, 70% of the weight onto the left. Then the weight flows back, all the weight onto the right. Pick the left foot up, and then the sand flows back to center. Let's continue it on. All the weight flows left. I step out empty right. The weight flows to the right as I punch out. Left fist, about 70% of the weight up front. The weight flows back to that left foot. All the weight's left, allowing me to pick the right foot up and come back to center. Let's bring all the weight over to the right. Step out empty left. Weight shifts left as I punch out right. Weight flows back to the right. Pick up that left foot. Come back to center. Weight shifts left. All the weight's left. I step out empty right. About 70% of the weight flows to the right. Weight flows back, shifts back left. And I come back to center. One more time. Let's pick it up just a little bit. We're not going to go fast, but let it flow a little bit. Weight shifts right, step out empty left. Weight shifts left. Weight shifts back to the right. All the weight's right. Weight comes back to 50-50, then flows left. Step out empty right. Weight shifts right, punch left. Weight shifts back to the left. All the weight's left. Bring the right foot back in and weight 50-50. Beautiful. Relax those hands down. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Practice that. Practice that weight shifting, okay? That's your homework assignment for this weekend. Take this bow stance and practice that weight shifting. Just focus on how the weight is shifting from one foot to another. Remember, you've got 4 weight shifts that happen there, okay? All right, let's do our ankle exercises. Weight shifts to the right, and it stays on the right as my left foot touches heel and toe. I don't have any weight on the left. In fact, I could pick my left foot up and let it float. Heel, toe, heel, toe. Set the left foot down and weight shift left. All the weight's left, right foot, heel, toe. Heel and toe. All the weight's left, so again, I can pick that right foot up if I wanted to. Heel and toe. Weight shifts back to the right, left foot now, little toe, big toe. I don't have any weight on the left, all the weight's right. Again, I can pick my left foot up if I wanted to. Little toe, big toe. Weight shifts to the left, right foot, little toe, and big toe. Outside, inside. Again, all the weight's left, so I could pick that right foot up if I wanted to. And back to center, weight 50-50. One more thing. I recommended that you videotape yourself or you watch yourself in a mirror. One of the cues you can look at to see if you're shifting your weight totally, doing that total shift of weight, is watch what the upper body does, okay? So let me just demonstrate this. I guess I need to keep my feet in the picture to make this make sense. So I shift all of the weight to my left foot. So now all the weight's left, so I can pick my right foot up. Again, I'm mirroring you. I can pick my right foot up without shifting my upper body, okay? But if I don't do a complete weight shift, so now I'm about 70%, maybe 80% of the weight on the left, to pick up my right foot, my upper body has to shift for me to pick my foot up, okay? And if you look very closely right now, you can see my head and shoulders, they are over my hips, so I'm keeping that good posture, but it's not over this load-bearing leg. And so that's how you can tell I have about 20% because you can see where my hips are. As I shift now, all the weight is over this foot, and you can see that by looking at me, that all the weight's over that foot, all right? You can also do this from the side. So as I step out empty, you can tell all my weight is on my back legs because that's where my head, shoulders, and hips are. As I shift my weight forward, that's about 50-50, and my hips sit halfway between both feet. I go to about 70%, which is the bow stance, or I can go to 100%, and now my hips are over the front leg, which allows me to float the back leg. If I didn't have all the weight on the front leg, what I would end up doing is kind of bending forward to do this, to try and do a counterbalance, and we want you to stay out of that counterbalancing, okay? That's going to eventually get you in trouble, okay? So, point being, if you watch where your hips are, you can tell where your weight is. You can also watch the upper body. If the upper body is trying to move to adjust, that means you're not doing a complete weight shift, okay? So these are nice little cues that you can check yourself with, okay? All right, let's do a little leg exercise. We haven't done this. We didn't do this one yesterday. I don't know if we did this one Tuesday. So we're going to do it today. Strengthen those legs. Think about weight shifting. I start out 50-50, then all the weight shifts to the left and stays left as I tap the right toe in the cat stance. And then tap the right toe out in front of me. All the weight is staying on the left. The weight continues to stay on the left as I come back into cat. It stays on the left as I tap the right toe out in front of me. I'm keeping a bend in the left knee. It stays left as I touch the right foot in cat. And it stays left as I tap the right toe behind me. And I come back to cat stance. Step out empty with the right foot. The weight is still left. And then I bring the weight back to 50-50 and go, whew. All right. You may say another word, but I'm not going to say that in the live video. Other side. Weight shifts to the right. Bend in the right knee. All the weight's right. Bring the left foot in. Cat stance. Keep all the weight right as I tap the left toe in front of me. Come back into cat. The weight staying on the right. Tap the left toe out to the side. Comes back into cat. All the weight staying right. And tap the left toe behind me. All the weight staying right. No weight on the left. Come back into cat. And back to Wu-Ji. Shift the weight back 50-50 and then shake that leg out. That's a good leg workout, isn't it? All right. Sophia's providing the cat noises. Thank you very much. I know now when I do my classes, I bet you when we start up regular classes again, I bet you everybody in the class starts meowing in honor of Sophia. You're welcome, she says. All right, so now we're going to add some more weight shifting to that, okay? Again, make sure you're doing a complete weight shift. We talked yesterday about posture, so don't forget about that. Weight shifts to the left, right foot, cat stance. Tap right toe out in front of us, the weight staying left. I set the right foot down, the weight is still left. Now the weight shifts right. Notice my hips line up over the right leg, which allows me to float that left foot behind me. I set the left foot down. Now I weight shift to the left and come back into the right cat stance. I tap the right toe out to the side. Notice my weight is staying left. I set the right foot down, but my weight is still left. Now I shift weight to the right. Upper body staying straight. All the weight's now on the right, which allows me to tap or float the left foot to the side. I set the left foot down. My weight stays right. Now it shifts to the left. All the weight's left. Right cat stance once again. Tap the right toe behind us, or me, or you. Set the right foot down. My weight staying left, more so than it should probably. Now shift the weight back to the right. Notice as you're looking head on how my hips now, my head and shoulders line up over that back leg so I can tap or float the left foot. I set the left foot down. My weight shifts forward. Now my hips line up over the left leg and I come back into the right cat stance. and step out into Wu Ji. Come back into 50-50. Beautiful. Other side. Weight shifts to the right. Left foot comes in, cat stance. I step out empty. Notice my weight is on that back, the right side. Now I'm going to shift forward. Notice how my hips shift forward onto the left leg. Now they're lined up, so all the weight's left, so I can tap or float the right foot behind me. Set the right foot down, no weights on it. My weight's going to shift back onto the right. Notice my upper body's moving just a little bit over to the right, and I come back into the cat stance. Tap the left foot to the side, set the left foot down, no weight. Now I shift weight left, all the weight's left. Tap or float the right toe. Set the right foot down with no weight on it. Now shift weight right and bring that left foot back into the cat stance. Tap the left toe behind us. Notice I'm keeping space between my feet. Set the left foot down, but notice my weight stays right. I don't have any weight on my left foot. Now I shift the weight back onto the left. Notice my hips are now over the left leg. I can tap and float the right foot. Then I set the right foot down. Weight shifts back onto the right. Cat stance. And step out into Wu Ji. All right, shake those legs loose. You felt that work your legs, didn't you? Yeah, I tried to catch Sophia when she was yawning a couple times there. It's a dad thing. All right. Felt that work your legs. Now you know a little bit more about weight shifting. So let's try weight shifting. Let's try it on our prayer wheel exercise, okay? On the prayer wheel. Think about your weight shifting. Remember, as you learn Tai Chi, always want to learn from the ground up. So as you learn any form, learn the weight shifting, learn the foot moves first, the hands last, okay? A lot of people want to invert that. A lot of people want to do the hands first. You'll make it much easier on yourself if you learned your feet first, okay? So, prayer wheel, prayer hand position. Weight shifts to the right, step out empty, left foot. And then begin, exhale, weight shifts forward. We're doing about 70% on the front. And as we weight shift back, all the weight's onto the right. Weight shifts forward. And weight shifts back. Weight shifts forward. Weight shifts back. Let me do this from the side. Weight shifts forward. You can see I've got about 70% of the weight, watching where the hips are, and weight shifts back. Again, you can see all the weight on the back leg. By watching where my hips are, noticing keeping head and shoulders over the hips. Weight shifts forward. Weight shifts back. And one more time. Weight shifts forward. And weight shifts back. All the weight's right. Left foot is empty. Bring the left foot up or back. Come back to 50-50. Weight shifts left. Step out empty right. And then begin. Exhale, weight shift forward. Inhale, weight shifts back. Exhale. And inhale. Weight shifts forward. Weight shifts back. Exhale. Inhale. One last time. Weight shift forward and weight shifts back. All the weight, since I'm doing this properly, all the weight is back on that left foot. Right foot is empty, so I can pick the right foot up and come back to center. Weight goes back to 50-50 and relax the hands down. Beautiful. All right. Now, one more thing to go through. I want to go through the Tai Chi for arthritis form, but I want you to think about where your weight is. And A lot of my class are familiar with me going through the form and telling you which foot the weight should be on. So I want to take this a step further. I want you to not only think about what foot the weight is on, I want you to think about how the weight gets there. So I want you to think of that sand transferring from one side to the other. What you will notice is in the Tai Chi for Arthritis form, it's constantly shifting from right side to left side, right side, left side. Okay? And to preempt one question that I sometimes get, as you do that half step, that follow step, all the sand, all the weight stays in the other leg. So I'm dropping out of mirroring now. So the weight shifts up onto the right foot. It stays under the right foot as I do a half step with the left foot. The left foot is touching on the ground, but there is no weight on that left foot. All the weight stays to the right. So anytime you do those half steps, the weight, the foot that's on the ground is the substantial one. That half step is an insubstantial step. Okay? Okay, so let's go through this. I want you to think about how your weight shifts through this, all right? So, heels together, feet 45-degree angle. My weight is 50-50. I begin with commencement. The weight flows from the left to the right. All the weight's onto the right, so I can step out empty left. The weight flows from right to left. All the weight's left. I bring the right foot in, and the weight comes back 50-50 as I open and close. Single whip right. The weight shifts left. I set the right foot down. I go to about 60% of the weight, and as I turn the hips, it goes to about 70%. I'm sorry, as I turn the upper body, it goes to about 70%. Cloud hands, the weight shifts back. Feel the weight flow to the left. As I bring the right foot in, it stays left as I step out right. It continues to stay on the left. Now it flows to the right. Weight stays on the right. Now it flows to the left. As my hands flow left, the weight flows. Step out empty right. I shift the hands. As my hands flow right, the weight flows right. I step in, shift hands, and then shift weight left. One more time. Weight's on the left. The weight, the sand flows to the right. I step in. The sand flows to the left. I bring the right hand up and I'm back into prayer hands. Weight's 50-50, open and close. Single whip left. Weight shifts all the weight onto the right. I step out empty with the left foot. I go to about 60%. Upper body turns. You feel just a little bit more, 70%. Cloud hands. Weight shifts to the right. Left foot in. Left foot back out, but no weight on the left. Now the weight flows to the left. I step in and weight flows to the right. I step out. I'm stopping for some reason. The camera died. What? Is it that battery again, I wonder? All right. Hold on. Go ahead. Go to weight 50-50 for just a minute. I can give someone a high five. I give my producer a high five because she does such a good job. So we might have a bad battery in a camera. We're going to check that one out. Leave that one to the side so we know which one that is, please. All right, we're live again? We are live. Hi. Sorry about that. Weight's on the right. I shift hands and I sweep and weight shift to the left. I step in right. Weight's left. The weight flows to the right. Step out empty left. Weight flows left. And I step in right. The weight flows to the right. I come back to prayer hands. Weight is 50-50. Open and close. I'm going to shuttle backwards here a little bit. We're going to do a brush knee to the left. I start by bringing all the weight to the left. I toe in with the right foot. Now I bring all the way to the right. I step out empty left, And now the sand shifts right to left, ending up all the weights left, half step, right foot. Play the lute. I step back empty on the right. Now the right foot fills up with sand. All the weights right, half step left. Parry and punch. I step out left and shift weight onto the left. I step out empty right and I shift weight onto the right. I step out left, I shift weight onto the left, all the weight goes left as a half step right. I step back empty, the weight shifts onto the right, half step left. I step out empty, now the weight shifts right to left, all the weight's left as a half step right. The weight stays left, now it shifts to the right, I toe in as I come back to center, and I open and close. Brush knee to the right. Weight shifts right. All the weight's right. I toe in. All the weight's left. I step out. All the weight flows right. Stays onto the right. Play the lute. The weight shifts to the left. Stays left. Parry and punch. The weight flows right. The weight flows to the left, and then the weight flows right. The weight flows to the left, the weight flows to the right. The weight's on the right, the weight shifts left, I toe in with the right, the weight comes back to 50-50, I open and close, I bring the hands out in front of me. The weight stays 50-50. When my hands come down to my side, then the weight goes to the right, come in, step in with the left foot, and weight back 50-50 as I center myself. And then we go into a happy dance. All right, how'd that feel for everybody? Sophia, how'd it feel for him? She said no questions. That's a good thing. Okay, so let's do this. Sophia's going to cue up some music for me. And we are going to flow through. We're going to do Tai Chi for arthritis. Now, I'm assuming you have a pretty good idea of the Tai Chi for arthritis movements. If you're still learning it, go back to like my week 1. And I put in descriptions. I'm still working on labeling all the videos. But definitely my first week, whatever move you're having issues with, I did the basic 6 one day. I think it was a Tuesday. And then I did the advanced 6 where I kind of went into detail in those movements. So those videos are back in week 1. And I've gone into some additional ones in previous videos. So today we're just going to go through just with the music. Am I going to announce the forms, Sophia? Or am we just... I didn't yesterday? So I'll tell you what the moves are, because I don't know who's watching, don't know how well you know them. So I'll tell you the moves, but that's all I'm going to say. I want you to think about weight shifting. I want you to feel your weight shift. You know what? I'm going to reverse that. I'm not going to say anything. We're just going to flow through it, all right? Because I want you to concentrate not on what the moves are. I want you to concentrate on your weight shifting, all right? So just feel your weight shifting. Think of that sand flowing from one side to the other, okay? That's what I want you to think about as we go through this. Do I need to? Okay, I'll turn the mic off. I'm going to say commencement. We'll get started. You know what? I keep reversing myself. I'm going to leave the microphone on today in case I want to go into something. I don't know. It's Thursday. I'm going crazy. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. All right. Standing up nice and straight and tall. We're going to do this with music, and let's have some fun. Think about your weight shifting. Think of sand flowing from one foot to the other. And commencement. Awesome. All right. I hope that was good for everybody. Uh, so, um, we're working on weight transference today, okay? So practice weight transference. That bow stance is a really good place. If you're just starting to learn the whole concept of weight transference, that bow stance works really well for practicing weight transference. If you're doing better at weight transference, you're a little bit more familiar with it. The Tai Chi for Arthritis form is a great place to practice that, okay? All right. Let's do our cool down exercises. We're going to take a 15-minute break. We're going to be back for hour number 2. This is a Tai Chi for everybody. We get a chance to do some Tai Chi for rehabilitation. We're going to do some QiGong, 5-element breathing. We may go through part 2. We may go through Shibashi. I don't know. It's crazy Thursday. Who knows? Tighten up all the muscles in the body and relax. Tighten up those muscles and relax. Tighten up those muscles and relax. And finally, gather chi. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Ooh, great. Who was that? Inhale. Exhale. Ooh, nice job, Arthur. Arthur asked a great question. Should we incorporate what we were doing Tuesday into what we were doing today, or do them separately? What happens is you practice them separately, but they start integrating in with one another, which is probably what you noticed today, is as you were doing that weight transference, you were feeling that resistance. So what Dr. Lam will do, and we're going to practice this next week, he'll go through something, he'll go through the form and do it slow, and then he'll go through and feel the gentle resistance, and then he'll go through working on the posture, and then he'll go through it, working on weight transference, and then next Monday we're going to be songing, opening the joints, and then next Tuesday focusing on the movements. And so he goes through each one of those individually, but what happens is they keep building on one another, because while you're doing the weight transference, you may have noticed today you started to feel a little bit more of that gentle resistance. So they start melding together. Even though you're focusing on one thing, they start melding together. So that's a great question, Arthur. I'm impressed by that question. All right, we're going to take a 15-minute break. We will be back hour number 2. Everybody can join in on this. We're going to have some fun. It's Thursday. Tomorrow I won't be on this channel. You can go back and review other videos, or you can join me over on the APDA St. Louis Exercise channel. All right. Thank you very much. This is a lot of fun. I'll see you in 15. Time entertainment provided by Sophia and Lulu with a short appearance by Nellie. So thank you to Sophia for doing the producing and everything. So welcome to hour number 2 on Thursday. We're going to call it Weight Transference Thursday. Doesn't that make good sense? Weight Transference Thursday. I like that. Okay, so usually my second hour is a little bit more of an advanced class, but I think anyone can join in for this one. You may stretch your limits a little bit, but as long as we do that safely, I think that's a good thing. Okay, so hour number 2. Let's get it started. Traditional Chinese bow, right hand, fist, power, left hand, fingers together, friendship. We don't need to keep social distancing there. Tuck in the thumb, humility, fist into the palm, and we say welcome. I mentioned last hour, my wife, she's in the medical community, and she sent me something this morning that today, for the first time in a while, there are less than 50 cases reported here in Missouri, and in looking at the graph, we've had a decrease for the last 8 days. So things are working. That doesn't mean let down your guard. Stay vigilant, and that's only for the state of Missouri. So stay vigilant, but we're headed in the right direction. Okay, that's a good thing. Welcome to Thursday. We're working on weight transference today. If you didn't catch the first hour, catch the beginning of the first hour where I go into detail about weight transference, all right? A very important concept of Tai Chi, a very important concept of balance. And when you think about the weight transference and you start incorporating that into your Tai Chi will start to blossom. All right, and because it's about that weight transference, it's about that empty step out and then shifting the weight, and that empty step in and shifting the weight. Okay, so we're going to continue to work with that, but just in case you missed it first hour, the metaphor that I like to use is sand. All right, so imagine that your lower part of your body is an hourglass, with the skinny part of the hourglass being your dantian or your pelvis. All right, so when I'm standing weight 50-50, I have an equal amount of sand in both feet. As I start to move, the sand from my right, I'm mirroring, moves to the left, and now all the sand is in the left, so I can do whatever I want with my right foot because all the weight is in my left. And then I set the right foot down and the weight shifts from the left to the right, nice and slow, like sand through an hourglass. All the weight is now on my right, so left foot, I can do whatever I want with the left foot. And I set the left foot down and the weight comes back 50-50. It has always helped me to think about that metaphor of the sand shifting from one side to the other, and it's not like a fast shift. It's a flowing shift. Think of sand flowing through the hourglass. You turn that hourglass over, and it flows gently down. All right, same type of thing that you're looking for. Okay, all right. So last hour, we did deep breathing. This hour, we're going to do QiGong, 5-element breathing for our breathing exercises, okay? So, remember, I went into a detailed description of this earlier, so we're just going to go ahead and flow through it. But just to remind you of the stance, and I'm going to step in a little close here. So, my belly button is here. 1.5 inches below my belly button is my dantian. So it's 1.5 inches below your belly button, about 1.5 inches in is the dantian. Our chi is centered here, so QiGong is centered here. So earth movement, my hands are in front. This is earth stance. Next we move to metal, what we know as prayer hands. Next is water, so we stay in prayer hands, but we gently sink. That's water. Next is wood, hands, palm up, and then palm down. Notice they're right at my shoulder height, all right? That's wood. And then finally is fire. Palm is out in front. I bring the fingers and thumb in together over the palm of the hand. Pull fire out, push fire down. All right, that's my 5 movements. We're going to turn that into QiGong, 5-element breathing. We already bowed in, didn't we? Yes, we did. Yes, because I talked about social separation. All right, distancing. It's more like social separation, isn't it? All right. Feet shoulder or hip distance apart. Slight bend in the knees. Drop the tailbone. Head lifted by a silk thread. Bring the hands up in front of us for the earth stance for 3 breaths. Inhale and exhale. As I inhale, I'm expanding the hands. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Next is metal. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Returns back to earth. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. To water. Inhale, gently bending the knees, and exhale. Don't go too low. Inhale, exhale. Stay in your comfort zone. Inhale, and exhale. Back to earth. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Moving on to wood. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Return to earth once again. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And metal. Left hand palm up, right hand over the top. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. And then reverse that. Right hand up, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale, and fire returns to earth. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale, and relax the hands down. Now, if you want a great standing meditation, you can continue to go through that. It goes earth, metal, water, wood, fire. You hit earth because everything returns to earth between each one, and you can just keep cycling through that. It becomes a beautiful meditation. You can do that standing, you can do it seated. It's a great meditation, all right? 5 QiGong, 5-element breathing, all right? Dr. Lam has a videotape all about QiGong, 5-element breathing. Last fall I went to a workshop where he went through each one of that whole day on QiGong 5-element breathing. It was very, very cool. All right, moving along, warm-up exercises. Again, we're working on weight transference, so we're not doing a whole lot to change the first 6, the upper body 6. Not really doing anything to change that, just making sure your weight is evenly distributed right and left. The lower part, I went through again, first hour today. I went through in more detail about weight transference. So if you haven't checked that out, please go back, check that out. I am going to go through it a little bit today, but I did that first hour. So the beauty of video, you can hit pause and go back and check it out now if you want, all right? All right, warm-up exercises, starting with the chin tuck. Inhale, the hands up in front of us. Exhale, tuck in the chin. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. Looking side to side. Inhale to prayer hands. Tai Chi ball, left hand on top. Exhale, right hand, right shoulder. Looking right, pushing down left. Inhale, back to center. And exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, relax the hands down. Forward shoulder circles. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Reverse that. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. Gathering chi, reaching for infinity. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, reaching out, feeling the stretch. Exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Touching heaven and earth. How are we doing, Sophia? Inhale to prayer hands. Exhale, left hand up, right hand down. Inhale and exhale. How many thousand do we have watching? Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, relax the hands down. Carrying the ball side to side. Shouldn't be any weight shifting here, just the turning of the upper body. Inhale to prayer hands. Tai Chi ball, left hand on top. Exhale, left. Inhale the ball over. Exhale, gently sweep right. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale the ball over, come back to center, exhale, relax the hands down. Beautiful. Now, lower body exercises. Now is when we get into the weight transference, all right? Again, think about sand flowing from one side to the other. It's a nice, gentle flow. Okay. All right, side to side hip exercises. Weight starts out 50-50. The weight flows from the left to the right, all the weight's right. Tap the left foot or float the left foot. Set the left foot down. Now the sand gently flows from the right to the left. All the weight's on the left. Tap or float the right foot. Set the right foot down. The sand gently flows to the right. Tap or extend the left leg. Set the left foot down. Now the weight gently flows to the left. Tap or extend the right leg. One more time. Set the right foot down, no weight on it. Now the sand flows to the right. Tap, float, left foot, all the sand's right. Set down the left foot. Now all the weight flows to the left. And tap or extend the right leg. And then set the right foot down, come back to center, and relax the hands down. Remember, if you have any questions, you can type them into YouTube. Sophia will relay the pertinent ones to me. Next exercise, forward and backward hip exercise. All right, not as much weight shifting here, but you need to concentrate to keep all the weight onto one leg, okay? So I start out weight 50-50. I weight shift to the right. All the weight is on the right. That allows me to empty left heel and empty left toe. Heel in front, toe in back. All the weight stays right. Empty heel, empty toe. Back to center. Weight shifts back. Weight 50-50. Other side, weight shifts left. Empty right heel, empty right toe. Since the weight is staying left, that right foot is empty to touch heel and toe. Heel and toe. Set the right foot down. Weight shifts back over. Weight 50-50. Shake the legs loose. All right. Heel kick is next. Word on safety, keep a chair next to you. Make sure you have something to hold on to in case you need it, all right? It's up to you to stay safe. I can't watch you, so you got to keep yourself safe, okay? So make sure you're holding on to that chair. Heel kick is next. Start out weight 50-50. The sand flows to the right foot. All the weight's right, which allows me to pick up the left leg and then kick the left leg out. I pick the left leg back up. I set the left foot down. Now I shift a weight onto it. Shift all the weight to the left. Now pick up the right foot. Kick out with the right. Pick the right foot back up. Set the right foot down. No weight on it. Now shift the weight to the center. Then all the weight goes right. Pick up the left. Heel kick left. Pick up the left leg, set it down, weight shifts left. All the weight's left, allowing me to pick up the right leg, heel kick right, punch left. Pick up the right leg, set the right foot down, flow back. All right, one more time. Weight shifts right, pick up the left leg, heel kick left. Bring that knee up and heel kick left again. Pick that foot up and set it down. Yes, I did 2 heel kicks simultaneously. Weight shifts to the left. Pick up the right leg. Heel kick right. Pick that knee back up. Guess what? Heel kick right again. Pick up the right leg and back to center. Felt that one a little more in your legs, didn't you? All right, shake the legs loose. Last hour I did a great explanation, I think it was a great explanation, on how you can use your upper body, watch your upper body, watch your hips to tell where your weight is. I don't need to go through that again. You can go back previous hour and pick that up. So if you're just joining us for this hour, go back for the warm-up exercises, at least for last hour, and learn more about the weight transference, all right? I don't want to be redundant, but it is weight transference Thursday, where we're learning that fourth principle of Tai Chi. So make sure you go back and pick up that first hour so you pick all of that up, okay? And if you're just joining us on Thursday, Monday we went over going slow. Tuesday, moving through gentle resistance. Yesterday, maintaining an upright posture. And today is weight transference, all right? Tomorrow I'm teaching with my APDA friends. And then next week on Monday, we'll take up songing the joints, opening the joints. And then on Tuesday, focusing on the movements, okay? All right. All right, bow stance. This is where we get into a lot of weight transference. There's 4 weight transference movements here, all right? We weight shift to the right. That's number 1. I step out empty. I still haven't shifted weight. Now I shift the weight forward. Number 2. The weight shifts back. That's weight transfer number 3. I pick up the left foot. I set it down. Then I shift the weight on it. That's 4, all right? 4 distinct weight transfers. Make sure that you're doing all 4, okay? So, sand flows to the right as I step out empty left. Sand flows to the left as I punch out the right fist. Sand flows back to the right. I set the left foot down and the sand flows to center and then left. I step out empty right. Sand flows to the right as I punch out left fist. Sand flows back to the left. I pick up the right, set the right foot down, come back to center, then weight shift right. As I continue on, I step out empty left. The sand flows right to left, punching out right fist. The sand flows back to the left. I come back to center. Weight goes 50-50, then the weight goes to the left. Step out empty right. And bow stance. Weight shifts back onto the left and back to center. Beautiful. One more time. Weight shifts right. Step out empty left. Bow stance. Weight shifts back. Come back to center. Weight shifts left. Step out empty right. Sand flows to the right. Sand flows back left. And back to Wu Ji. And relax the hands down. Excellent. Good work. Ankle exercises. Weight shifts to the right, left foot. Heel and toe. All the weight is on the right. I have 0 weight on my left. I'm touching down heel and toe, but there's no weight on it. Then the weight shifts to the left. Right foot, touch heel and toe. Check your music. Heel and toe. Heel, toe, heel, toe. Thank you very kindly. Weight shifts to the right, left foot. Touch little toe and big toe. Outside, inside. Little piggy, big piggy. Then weight shifts left, right foot. Little toe and big toe. Outside, inside. Little piggy and big piggy. And back to center. Beautiful. All right. Shake those legs loose. That's our warm-up exercise. Everybody having fun? I heard a cheer. Did you hear a cheer, Sophia? I heard it. Sophia said she heard a cheer through her headphones. Okay. Let's move on. Let's work on some forms. On Thursdays, I've been doing Tai Chi for rehabilitation. Beautiful, beautiful form. I've gone through in detail, and I've done the whole form in detail. Last week, I worked on exchanging yin-yang energy. So if you need to learn any of those, go back, pick those up on that videotape. What I'd like to do today is go through Tai Chi for rehabilitation, but I want you to think about how the weight flows, okay? Think about how the weight is moving as you're doing this form, okay? This is a beautiful form, especially that Chen, exchanging yin-yang energies. If Farhad is watching, it was pretty cool. Farhad said, I guess he taped himself doing it. And he looked at it and said, man, that is such a beautiful move. And it really is. The exchanging yin-yang energy is such a graceful move. So, okay. So I'm going to go ahead. I can mirror you on this one. So I'm going to go ahead and mirror you as long as I don't get too confused. I'm going to go ahead and mirror you on this one, all right? We're going to roll through Tai Chi for rehabilitation. I want you to think about weight transference, and that's what I'm going to talk more about. Think about stepping out empty and then shifting the sand, shifting over to that foot, and then stepping in empty and then the sand shifting back over to that foot, all right? Keep using that metaphor of the sand shifting from one side to the other, okay? All right, so we start heels together, or feet together, standing up nice and straight and tall. I can actually scoot back a little bit here for this form. All right, we begin with commencement. My weight is 50-50. The sand flows from the left to the right, so all the weight's on the right. That allows me to peel my left foot off the floor, step out empty with the left, and then fill that left foot up with sand so the weight is 50-50. I bring the hands up in front of me, and I sink down. I open and close 3 times, the weight staying 50-50. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Cloud hands 3 times to the left. The weight flows from the left to the right until all the sand is in the right foot, allowing me to bring the left foot in. I'm holding that baby. I step out with the left foot, and then the weight flows from the right to the left. I step in with the right foot, then I do the stop sign and shift the hands. And now the weight flows to the right foot. I step out empty left, stop sign, shift hands, hold the baby. The weight flows from the right to the left. I step in with the right foot, stop sign, shift hands, hold the baby, and bring the weight back over to the right. Feel that sand flowing from left to right. I step out empty. The weight is staying on the right. Now the weight flows right to left. Stay is on the left. I step in with the right. Stop sign. Shift hands. Hold the baby. The weight comes back over to the right. I do the stop sign and I bring my left hand up and I'm back into prayer hands. And now I open and close. I exchange yin-yang energy to the left. So the weight starts out on my feet, 50-50. I turn to the left. I weight shift left, so I feel that sand flowing in my foot as the hands come down. The weight stays on the left as I release the box. I smooth the tablecloth to the right and feel the weight flow to the right as my hands flow right. I use the back of my hand, smooth the tablecloth left, and again I feel the sand flow from right to left. Now all the sand is on the left. I bring my hands up into bird beak. I spin my hands. I keep the weight left and I pivot, keeping all the weight left. I turn towards the front and my weight goes back to 50-50, so some of that sand goes back into the right, and I open and close. Exchange yin-yang energy to the right. So I'm going to turn to the right. As my hands are coming down, I feel that sand flowing into the right foot as I bring my hands down. All the sand is in my right foot. Hand, it kind of rhymes. I smooth the tablecloth to the left as I weight shift left. Sand filling up that left foot. I use the back of the hands. The sand fills up the right foot, moving left to right. The sand stays on the right. I bring my hands up. I spiral the hands. The weight, the sand stays to the right as I turn and pivot. I turn back to the front and then bring my weight back to 50-50 as I open and close. Cloud hands, yang style, 3 times right, so the weight shifts to the left. I hold the baby. I bring the right foot in. I step out empty right. The sand flows left to right. All the sand is in the right. Left foot comes in. Stop sign. Shift hands. Hold the baby. Weight. Sand flows right to left. Step out. Shift hands. Sand is still in the left. Now the sand flows to the right. Oh, cool. Shift hands. Hold the baby. And back over to the left. Step out, shift hands. Hold the baby. The weight shifts left to right. Step in left. Stop sign. Shift hands. Come back over to the left so the sand is flowing to the left. I do a stop sign with the left hand. I bring the right hand up. The sand flows until it's 50-50. I open and close 3 times. The weight stays 50-50. And now I close. The weight stays 50-50. I extend my hands out. I come back up into the standing position, not locking the knees together. Now the weight flows left to right. All the sand's in the right foot. I pick up that left foot. I set it down. And now the sand evens itself out 50-50. And I end. Beautiful. All right, shake those legs loose. How did it feel with that sand flowing back and forth? It's a beautiful feeling, isn't it? Sophia said, Farhad's watching. Hey, good to see you. Although I can't see you, but hey, but Farhad, if you send me a picture, like I'm asking everyone to send pictures, and I have a gallery on my website, please send me your pictures of you doing Tai Chi. Have your spouse take a picture, do a selfie, whatever. Send in pictures. I want everyone to see their classmates, all right? So send in a picture of you doing Tai Chi. It can be in your pajamas. I don't care. Okay, so now let's go through this again. We're going to go through Tai Chi for rehabilitation one more time. But this time, I'm not going to say anything. We're just going to flow through it, and I want you to concentrate on the weight shifting, okay? I'm not even going to tell you what the moves are. We're just going to be quiet. We're going to do music. Sophia's going to cue me up Tai Chi for Arthritis Part 1, though, because that's right about the same time, although I've never tried to time these two together before, or it's been a long time if I have. We're going to, yeah, exactly. I just love it. I'm a dad. It's my job. So we're going to flow through Tai Chi for rehabilitation. I'm not going to say anything, I hope. And Farhad will be really happy about that. So Sophia's right there with you, Farhad. We're going to flow through this, and I want you to think about your weight shifting, okay? I want you to internalize it. Does that sound good? All right. All right. Farhad's partying, Sophia's partying. Great way to end a week, right? All right, we're standing up nice and straight and tall. When I say commencement, Sophia's going to start the music. You know what? I'm going to turn around and do this one. So then my brain won't have to mirror. That'll be easier for my brain. All right. So I'm going to do a follow-on, not face-on this one, okay? All right, take a couple of deep breaths, clear the mind. We're thinking about weight transference, sand flowing one side to the other. And commencement. We have to start over. Sorry. Sorry. We've got to start over. I was mirroring. I stepped out wrong side. Sorry, guys. Sorry, that was my bad. My brain was still in mirror. All right, so we got to start over. My apologies. We're moving left first. So you ready to go, Sophia? Yep. All right. Commencement. All right, shake your legs loose. All right, if you notice that song, the timing is just about right. I probably ran it a little slow, but the timing for that Tai Chi for Arthritis Part 1 song is just about right for the Tai Chi for rehabilitation, all right? And by the way, that Tai Chi for Arthritis song is on my website under the document and training library. It is there, so you can use that for timing on Tai Chi for rehabilitation if you would like, okay? Okay, so one other thing with weight transference and that exchanging yin-yang energy shows this principle really well. So I want to touch on this for those of you that are a little bit more advanced with this, all right? So if you're still thinking about weight transference, just learn that, feel that, okay? if you're wanting to add just a little bit more, you will find that Austin, you just made Sophia smile. Spot on. Thank you, Austin. You just made Sophia. Every time she hears your name, she goes, "Oh, I love Austin." So good to have you here, Austin. All right. So when we do weight shifting, when you get into the more advanced stages and you're ready to start spiraling energy, the weight will start shifting just a little bit before the hands move, okay? And again, this exchanging yin-yang energy becomes a great way to use this as an example, okay? So I'm going to go back to mirroring, which can be kind of dangerous, but let me show you just straight weight shifting, all right? So exchanging yin-yang energy, I'm going to exaggerate here a little bit, but we turn and we set the box down. And then we smooth the box to the left and smooth the box to the right. Bring the hands up, spiral, and turn. Okay? That's moving where the movements and the weight shift together. What actually happens in actuality is the weight shifts a little bit ahead of that, all right? So I turn to the right and I start weight shifting, and that weight shift kind of brings my hands down. And then I release the box, and as I release the box, the hips start moving to my right, and that brings the hands along with it. And then my hips start moving left, and that brings the hands along with it. And then I come up, I do the spiral, and I turn. Okay? So the weight shift leads the hands, and it starts to pull the hands, all right? The best metaphor or analogy I can think of this is like using a whip, where you have a hard handle, and then you have the flexibility of the whip. So your hips, your legs and your hips are the hard handle of that. And so to make a whip move, if the whip is back here and I'm snapping it forward, my hips pull that whip. So as I'm using that handle, I don't have a whip here to do this with, but imagine the hard handle, I'm doing this with the handle, so the handle's moving like this, and the tip of the whip flips, okay? And so the same thing is happening with your hips. As you turn, as you're shifting the weight down, your hands become the tip of that whip. So as I shift the weight to the right, it brings my hands with it. As I shift the weight left, it brings the hands back with it. Okay? So what it comes down to is you're doing this turn. And when you watch Dr. Lam do something like that, it's amazing. Okay? So you can also do this cloud hand, same thing. I step out empty, and the hips start the turning motion, and it brings the hands along with it, and it kind of unfurls. I step in, and you can see that hand has that whip action to it. And then the hips begin that turn. So my hips start the turn, and my hands act like that whip. Okay? So let's go through it again. Now, again, if you're just learning weight transference, just work on the weight transference. But I know some of you, Austin and Farhat, you guys, start to let the weight, your weight shift, lead the hands a little bit, okay? It's going to feel a little clunky when you first do it, but keep up with it. You guys both have great Tai Chi skills, so you'll feel that, and I know a lot of you out there will, okay? So let's do it with music again. Let's see if we can get that timing down a little bit, or if I can get the timing down a little bit better. No, it's not Austin's fault at all. Austin has great timing. We still need to test Farhat, but we'll do that when we get back into class. Yeah, I said it. Also, hi, Helen. Sophia says hi, Helen. Okay, so try and let your weight lead the hands, okay? Tai Chi for rehabilitation. Take a couple of deep breaths. And commencement. Oh, that was spot on, or spot on. Nice work, man. That felt good. That Sophia's high fiving me. It's National High Five Day. That felt good. That felt really good. I hope you felt that the weight leading the hands as we did that. I hope you could feel that. It's a really cool thing to feel. Okay, so I think we're going to end it today. We're going to end it just a little early because I just saw my wife drive up, which means the dogs are going to go crazy as soon as she walks in. So to forestall all of that, let's just call it a day today. Let's do our 3 cool down exercises. Lightly punch or slap the legs. Next, tighten up all the muscles in the body, arms, legs, face. Squeeze the muscles and relax. And then again, tighten up those muscles, squeeze the muscles and relax. And one more time, tighten up those muscles and relax. And then finally, we will gather chi. Big, deep belly breath in Long, slow, deep breath out. Inhale and exhale. And one more time. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Now, tomorrow I'm teaching on the APDA channel, so you can catch me there if you want. I'll be back here on Monday. We've been going through the 6 principles. Monday, slow. Tuesday, moving through resistance. Wednesday, we looked at straight body posture, and today we're doing weight transference. Monday, we'll pick up songing the joints, and then Tuesday, we're going to pick up on focusing on the movements, okay? And then Wednesday and Thursday, we're going to try and pull all these together, kind of what Arthur talked about earlier. Which one do I practice with? I'm going to show you a way to kind of pull all of those together on Wednesday and Thursday of next week, okay? So have yourselves a great weekend. Thank you to Sophia for being such an awesome producer. Farhad, Austin, thanks for chiming in. I'm glad you guys joined us today. Have yourselves a great weekend. We're cutting out about 5 minutes early today, but hey, it's a pretty day outside. Go do some Tai Chi outside. Work on that weight transference, all right? All right, beautiful. Thank you. Doing a whole family shot here. Whole family shot.
Wow.
This is part of it when you do things from home. You get the family shot. We even have the dogs in the picture. All right, there's the Miller family for you. Thanks, guys.